Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't think I've ever seen such a clear example of subordination, a country being subordinated to another country, as this article exemplifies. And that is United States and Japan. You might say, well, come on, we know that. Well, not like this. I understand Japan is still under occupation. That's obvious. And who wants to deny that? Get your troops out first and then we talk, okay? Oh, that's for my own protection? Okay, got it. So, let's see what's going on here. This article comes from Sputnik, and this is the title. It's from today, actually not from today, from Tuesday, and is US authorizes oil imports from Russia's Sakhalin-2 to Japan through September 30th. Treasury Department states. Did you hear that? One country authorizes another country to buy oil, right, from another country. Did you hear that? It's like you tell your child, no, you can't have candies, you can't buy candies, you had enough today. You buy tomorrow when I feel like. Okay. So, the United States has allowed all transactions concerning maritime transport of crude oil from the Sakhalin-2 project solely for imports to Japan through September 30th of next year, the US Treasury Department said. Yay, my Japanese friends, you celebrate. They allowed you to leave. Great. And you're not in a slave-master relationship, you're telling me? Okay. Call it some different weasel names or euphemisms, but you're going to get the same, how should I put, term somehow, because the behavior defines the term, or how should I say that? The behavior begs the term. So GL, General License 55, authorizes through 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, September 30th, 2023, all transactions prohibited by the determination related to the maritime transport of crude oil originating from Sakhalin-2 project, provided that the Sakhalin-2 byproduct is solely for importation into Japan, the Treasury Department said on Tuesday. The Sakhalin-2 project is exploring two reserves, Piltun-Astokskoye, mainly oil, and Lunskoye, mainly gas, in the northeast of the Sakhalin Shelf. The project The project was managed by Sakhalin Energy, in which 50% plus one share belonged to the Russian energy giant Gazprom, 27.5% minus one share to the British-Dutch petroleum company Shell, 12.5% to Mitsui and Company Limited, and 10% to the Mitsubishi Corporation. In June, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree on special economic measures in the fuel and energy sector amid unfriendly actions of foreign states. The decree provided for the change of the Sakhalin-2 operator. According to the decree, the property of Sakhalin Energy is to be handed over to Russia's ownership with simultaneous transfer to the new operator for free use. Gazprom will maintain its stake in the project, while foreign firms have to declare within a month whether they agree to accept the same stake in the new operator. Then the Russian government will decide in 3 days whether to transfer a stake to a foreign company. On August 3rd, the Russian government ordered creating the Sakhalin Energy LLC, the new operator of the Sakhalin-2 project, registered in the city of Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk. On August 30th, the Russian government published an order allowing Mitsui to take ownership of a 12.5% stake in the new operator. The following day, Moscow also allowed Mitsubishi to transfer a 10% stake to DGS Japan Company Limited, a 100% subsidiary of Mitsubishi. However, Shell announced on September 1st that it's not participate in Sakhalin-2 project and informed its partners and the Russian government about its decision. So yes, you are allowed to buy oil. The Americans decided for you, and that's great news. Great news that you will have oil. Bad news is that someone else decides what you buy and what you don't buy. But this would be not the first time when the United States tells you, Japan, what to do and where to buy and how much to buy. But last time it ended in a war. So I wonder, are you going to do the same thing this time? Or are you going to be bold less? I'm not inciting to violence here. I'm just saying that these guys tell you when to get, where to buy your groceries, like they did before the Second World War. Remember? That's why you guys, before the Second World War, you went and met Americans many times, because Americans told you you cannot go and get your resources from other countries in the Southeast Asia. Remember that one? And then you begged and you asked, and then you say, you know what, we got to do it somehow. Why? Because you were industrializing your country and you needed resources. Japan has no resources, is poor in resources. I think it has only one thing, and I can't remember what it was, silicium or something. That's it. I'm not, maybe they have something else, but for an industry they don't, I know they import everything they need for their industries. So in this case, they needed then. Now it seems they got the same point. So you tell me, how free are you? How free are you? If someone can dictate, and then you have the Russians on the other side, that you had business transaction with them, right? You had contracts. But what did you do? You started imposing sanctions and talking this and withdrawing this and saying this. And the Russians, what did you did this? They matched. You did this? They matched. And then you started complaining. But what did you have to interact? Why did you have to insert yourself? Because your masters, Zimbabwe across Pacific in your case, told you so, and you did it. And now this is the consequences. But not the consequences. The consequences were immediate. The Russians retaliated immediately after you snapped. When the Americans told you, do it, you said, okay, let's go. And the Russians said, okay, well, we're going to slap you back with this. And now, anyway, man, it's so embarrassing. And not embarrassing, but it shows the dynamic of power. They show you who's who, what's what. And you would think that after 1945, Japan would be able to, what is almost 80 years, man. Almost 80 years. You got what, 22 more years, and it's going to be 100 years since these guys are on your saddle. They are on you. They're riding you. And you are down there. Jesus Christ. Can you believe this? And if it would be just like this, that's one thing. The other one is when a country loses its spirit. Remember? Kokoro, I think that's what it is in Japanese. Kokoro, the soul. When you lose that, or the ki, the energy from martial arts, from your ki area, then you're done. And I think you are done. You are pussified, not pacified. You are pussified, as well as they try to do with us here. So, bluntly, right here, ask if you can go to use the restroom, okay? And when, and how many times, and at what time, okay? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.